In this segment, I want to talk about why we created the short game alignment and ball position trainer. And basically what this is a trainer used when you chip, when you pitch, when you hit lob shots. That's why what we have on this board. We have C for chipping, P for pitching, and L for lob shots or flop shots. And basically what this does is it gives you, first of all, it gives you stance width. It gives you also ball position. It helps you square the face of your club, gives you target line, your hands going down, and so on. Now, this was created because when we did our golf schools, we literally would sit there and work with our students on their short game, on their pitch, and their chipping, their pitching, their lob shots. We work with them for hours in our schools, and we realized we're just working on their setup. All we did is work on their setup. We never got past that. So we created this so that you actually could set this down, set up properly to it, and be able to get a proper setup and then work on the movement of the shot. Now, there's very specifics to this board. I'm going to go over a couple of those here, and there's more training obviously on the website. You're going to get, if you buy this, you're going to get more training. You'll get more trainings you can download and see. But basically, a couple of things I want to point out here. Number one is when you set up over a chip or a pitch, it's not a full swing, so we've got to cheat the lower body open. That's the significance of the angle of this board. There's actually a 10-degree angle here, which gets your lower body 10 degrees open, your upper body square. So when I set this board down, I can look at the upper body and check my shoulders and compare to that. I can look at the lower part of this board and check my lower body to that. So that's number one. It gives you a separation. Number two, it gives you the width. So if you notice here, you got a C here, so your chipping stance obviously is narrower than your pitch and your lob shot. A lot of guys in the game of golf get their chipping stance too wide, get their pitch stance too wide, and so on. And they then have problem getting proper impact, or they actually have a lot of problem getting proper ball position. And that's what the top of this board does. If you look here, there's a C, that's your chipping zone. That's where the ball should be when you chip in the position. Pitching zone, and then here the lob shot, or as the ball starts moving forward in the lob shot or the flop shot. Now, a last thing on here I want to talk about, and one of the key importance here is that these lines here, we actually have a trademark on this. These lines are what's called face alignment technology. The back line of this board and these two lines, face alignment technology. When you set this board down and you have a club and you set up this club on this board, it will show you if your face is square to the target or not. There's your target line. So if you notice, these lines are 90 degrees towards your target line. So when you set this board down, you set it towards your target. When you set that face of that club down and you set it towards the target, you will know immediately if that face is square or not. Critical. One of the main issues in the short game, or even in the full swing, but mainly the short game, is when guys start adjusting their hands, they start adjusting their body to get set properly, the face isn't open. If the face isn't square. If it's open or closed, for most is typically open, you're going to have a compensation from the word go. So this face alignment technology shows if your face is square or not towards the target. So there's a lot on this board. There's feet marks to show the angle of your feet and so on. Again, there's a lot of training on our website and so on this board, but that's the reason we created the short game board, was to give you a proper setup and proper check system. So when you're doing step number 2 of the path, you're going to be able to learn and understand the proper fundamentals of the short game by using this board and getting it right every single time.